fraudulent activity is not a new thing in our world today. But are there any insight into the EFCC strategies to prevent similar fraudulent activities within academic environments or among students?
I have worries about this story. There is what is called internal mechanism. This is disturbing to hear that EFCC officials broke into the hostel and arrested these persons. And as at midnight, more than 50 of them have been released. Now, they need to adduce reasons why these persons were released. We need to find out the collaboration between EFCC and the school management. You know, when you take your child to a school, you are giving that child on trust. The school management, and whatever happens to this my child, you owe us a duty of care. That is what it means to stay in the hostel facility of a university. So we did not hear that upon writing the Vice Chancellor, who referred the letter to the Chief Security Officer of the university, and that they had a meeting with the Chief Security Officer, and these students were invited, that it was the Chief Security Officer of that university that handed over these children to EFCC. You get what I'm saying? But that EFCC broke into their hostels, picked them, and we here, they released 58 some hours or days later. And my point is, these persons that were arrested in this manner, that their colleagues, their classmates, and boyfriends and girlfriends on campus would see being, whisked away in this manner, what explanation do they have? Because if you are releasing them, are you get what I'm saying? It means you did not do adequate preliminary investigation for you to arrest people, and within hours they are back. Do you understand it? Is that a way to investigate? What if they took this action in order to separate the good from the bad? How will you know? What is good from the bad? Maybe that's why they released some that they felt they are not guilty, and then they left the ones they felt that are guilty. No, how can you explain now? 69 minus, is it 69? Minus 58. 96. No, 69, I saw it there. 59 minus, that is 11. Minus 58, that is 9 plus 2, that is 11 now. So what is that percentage? If you look at it, it's above 70-30. The ones remaining and the ones released now, to the advantage of those released. So is that the new method of investigation? Arrest everybody. When we get there, we will not know who is good and bad. And what is the modus operandi of knowing who is good and bad? What do you have to say to them right now? What advice do you have to give? Because this is one of the, this is not the first time this is happening. It's just that because this is school environment and this has come out very strong. I know of a friend who involved in such thing, and the person said, okay, that's why I asked you, what if they did what they did to separate them? He said, because they are always together, more than 7 persons in a particular room, whatever thing they do there, we don't know. So when the EFCC, they don't just move before they get information. And when they got there, they picked all of them, released some, and left the ones they wanted. So what do you have to tell them? Which is a better way to do this? Because, if you're looking like you are... We're looking at law. There's what we call education law. We are looking at how... we're looking at the campus environment, the university environment. There are laid down rules to this type of oppression. As you are here now, no police officer would come to arrest without first writing management. That's what we mean. And management will have to produce you. That's what I grew up. What I read and knowing about institutions. So for these people to come, what if anything happens to any of those children? So don't you know that the parents will take the school management to court? The child will kept under your custody. What happened to him or her? Do you understand what I mean? In that particular route, if this is true, they erred. And any lawyer can agree with me that they erred. So, and again, the number of persons taken and the ratio of those released is also questionable. We need to know. In the first instance, why will you arrest them? What did you observe? Couldn't they have been released immediately, or you go and... In fact, it's aberration. You don't even do it. It is the school management that should produce them. That is my stand.